Hey everyone, Siam here. So, the baby that doesn't sleep, well, is asleep in the adjacent room, hence another whispering crypto update. I should probably rebrand myself as the whispering crypto dude. Anyway, this is a chart of Bitcoin, and as you can see here, we've had a bit of a massive rally up here, followed by a bit of a sell-off. And you're probably shitting your pants at the moment. Your portfolio is probably showing all red. If you look at coin market cap, everything is having like a bloody Black Friday sale, which is absolutely amazing. Like the minimum is 20% off. 7%. What's that? QRL. Nice. So yeah, this is most of the crypto market is panicking. It's a massive tree shake, and anyone that has no idea about investing or cryptos is, as I said, shitting themselves. But going back to this, you're probably thinking, this is it. Maybe this is peak bubble. This is shit. My friend down the pub was right. This is a Ponzi scheme. Everyone's selling off, and cryptos is done. Well, the answer is no, and this chart I'm showing you here isn't even, this was a year ago. So this is the beginning of 2017. We had a massive run up from sort of around the $760 level all the way up to about 1180, and then we had a massive sell-off, over 50%, and everyone was peeing their pants at the same time, and then it kept on going. It was more than 50%. And literally, we're given, like, all the profits that were made in the run-up to Christmas, it was just handed back. And as you can see, it got worse. It got worse. There was more news going, Bitcoin is dying, Bitcoin's dead, cryptos will never last. And, yeah, and this is where basically people just hand back their coins. Whereas the sophisticated, the smart people out there realize that this is nothing more than fake news and FUD, and you just got to hoover up those weak coins that people have just dropped as they've fled the market, because what always happens is within months all-time highs are breached. And the thing is, we see this sort of market action happen all of the time, and people say, oh, it's a bubble, and like, this is not, we are nowhere near peak bubble. If you've watched enough of my videos, you've seen that peak bubble will probably start at around $10 trillion market cap. Where are we now? Touching 500 billion. We've got like a minimum of 15 times growth from where we are now. Minimum. So yeah, moving along, this happened again in 2017. Like, I've gone through these roller coaster pullbacks all the time, but within months we always breach all-time highs, and like the shenanigans that we were scared about or whatever are literally in the rearview mirror very quickly, and they're obsolete. And then we have more action where we breach well into all-time highs, and then we nearly always have a 50% sell-off. I mean, this, like, people say that you can't use technical analysis in cryptos. Well, it's absolute bullshit. People that say that don't have they're just projecting their own inadequacies, their own technical analysis inadequacies onto other people. Not everything works with cryptos, I do agree, because most of it, well, 99% of this market is pure hype and fake news and future hope. However, there is a lot of technical analysis that you can use with cryptos. But anyway, we nearly always see a 50% pullback, and we always see at the moment breaching all-time highs very soon after. So again, this is midsummer, big movements, everything's great, and then we have a pull, like another sell-off. This happens all the time, and so let's fast forward to where we are now. So this doesn't actually look that bad, does it? And yes, we probably will see further falling. I mean, right now we're about 50% of this sort of big move from up here to up here. really the next level, or the proper level of support, is around this 8,000 level. I wouldn't be at all surprised if Bitcoin hit around the $8,000 level. It probably spiked down there, but yeah, I'm really not at all bothered. We are sat on the precipice of huge capital influxes this year, with literally thousands of new cryptos coming online this year. In 2017, we just had Ethereum as the main ICO provider, and basically the platform where people built their new cryptos. Now we have many others. We have like Neo. Neo is actually going to be the main contender to Ethereum this year. So I mean, and it's not just Ethereum or Neo. We have others like Ardor, Arc, BitShares, Cardano. Eventually, there's loads. So yeah, this is absolutely nothing. And looking at the market cap, let's pull this up here. Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit sort of 400 bill in terms of market cap. But yeah, I mean, whoops, if we just go back to that total market cap, we've had massive sell-offs before. You could pick anywhere, literally anywhere on the history of cryptos, and we see these massive sell-offs, 50% or more. Here we go, here's another one. It happens all of the time, so just don't be surprised. So with that over, let's have a look at some other cryptos. So let's start with Neo. So Neo has actually been pretty much insulated across everything. So in terms of USD, it's on a tear. It hit sort of $180. It's back down to near 100. We can see it's really pulled back, but it's a tough father. But in terms of Bitcoin, yeah, it basically hit all-time highs. It's pulled back, and it probably has a bit more pulling back to do. But yeah, Neo is going to break out, and when Neo breaks out of this sort of basin here, we'll see a lot further. Let's look at Cardano. Again, there's not really too much happening here. If you were to sort of put a trend line across here, we are literally on this trend line right now. There's not much going on here actually. We have a bit of a neckline. Oops, let's find. We're sat on a neckline here at the 5,000 Satoshi level here. So yeah, we're at a bit of an influx. The market has tried to punch through both of this. It's closed above it. Unless we can get below this $5,000 level, I can't see much further falling. Let's have a look at Tron. Now this is properly ugly. I actually had a buy order here at the 500 Satoshi level, which got filled. It's sat on this trend line here, so whether it would bounce off it, I don't know. If it doesn't bounce off this level here, we're looking down at the 300 level, which is this level across here. So this looks properly bearish. However, don't forget, Tron is only a few months old, and it's made huge partnerships. Just look at its dev team. It's basically just its whole dev team is Alibaba, and a few other people. So yeah, this is a sleeping giant, Tron, which is why I've loaded up. So yeah, I've got well over 3 million Tron at the moment, maybe touching 4, and yeah, I'm just gonna hold. If Tron can accomplish half of what it says it's gonna do over the next couple of years, it's gonna be a beast. So what else is there? Let's have a look at Ether. Let's have a look at both Ether dollar and then also Ether Bitcoin, again, everything. In fact, it's irrelevant what I pull up at the moment. It's going to show you the same thing. Massive rally, pullback. 50%, always going to be at least a 50% pullback. In fact, with Ether, we had a similar story just before Christmas. We had, again, this was a bloodbath. We had Ether pulling back all the way back down here, and then all-time highs. Pulling back, and again, we'll see all-time highs. But looking at Ether, Bitcoin, yeah, Ether's been pretty resilient against Bitcoin. So this is nothing. There's absolutely nothing. This is actually very bullish, this pattern over here. Not that I'm a big fan of candlestick patterns, but this is a low test. So this is a very bullish candle here. So we should see further movement north with Ether against Bitcoin. I'm just gonna get this up for a bit more. Yeah, let's have a look at Ripple. People always ask, well, what about Ripple? Ripple dollar, yeah, it's fallen off a cliff. However, you don't buy Ripple with dollars, you buy Ripple with Bitcoin or Ether or the others. So let's have a look at this. Again, as I said, same story. We got a bit of a breach of this trend line here. It's punched through, as you can see, it's literally punched through this. It's attacking this level here. So where it will rest, it's hard to say. However, the big support level is around the 7,000. Yeah, the 7,000 level. So I wouldn't be surprised if it hit that. But again, my answer to all of this is we'll see all-time highs soon. What else would people like to have a look at? Like I'm not too big a fan of Litecoin, but let's have a look anyway. Again, it's been quite tough against Bitcoin. Hasn't really done that much falling. Mind you, don't forget, Bitcoin has been falling, Litecoin has been falling in terms of, I mean, it hit an all-time high of around $300. So yeah, again, not much going on there. Neo, let's have a look at Stellar. Yeah, let's have a look at Stellar, and then I think that'll be it. So it'll be XLM. Again, all the same pictures. In fact, as I said, it's completely irrelevant. There's no point bringing up any other charts. They're all going to show you the same picture. But yeah, hope my ramblings have made some sort of sense. If it makes it, if it's any help, I'm putting another $50,000 pounds in very soon, as soon as that money lands in one of my other accounts. Wow. In fact, before we move on, Roblox, I have to see this chart. Oh, it's not even on this. Nope, it's not on TradingView. Let's look at it over here. So Roblox is one of the coins that got away from me. I've never touched it, and it's one of the sort of the poster childs. Like early December, it was, you know, around sort of 50 cents. I mean, in November it was around 10 cents. Did nothing, and then it exploded, and it went from cents to $30 odd. And it's crashed back down to about $15. So there we go, 50% pullback. So yeah, that's interesting seeing it that low. But yeah, again, everything will do that. Also, it's got a very low maximum supply. So yeah, I mean, pretty much anything with a low max supply is going to do well in the long run. Basically, anything under 1 billion coins is going to end up having a pretty high price. So, providing it has a good, a good network. So yeah, hope that makes sense, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, bye bye.